We're at Doc's Haberdashery and Motorcycle Repair Shop. What's up, Doc?
Hey, peace, everybody.
Doc's just chilling,
What's up?
working on a beautiful KX250. Today, we got something real special planned for you. We've got a two-stroke exhaust pipe repair video that we think we want to share with you guys what's going on. And our number one pipe repair guy, Kyle, is about to show us what's up. What's up, Kyle?
Not too much. So we have a KX250 pipe here
Okay.
that, as you can see, has some dents right here.
What year at KX is that off of?
That's a 1990 KX250.
1990.
That's being a stock pipe. We really want to keep that thing original, so this is really key to trying to keep this thing OEM.
Excellent, excellent.
So now what I've done so far is I put in these clamps on the exhaust, and then see there's a rubber piece at the bottom of this one that's to plug the exhaust so that no air can get out. That's on both sides.
Where do you buy one of these kits?
You can buy them online at any like retail dirt bike parts place or anything like that.
What's it called?
Oh, I don't know where we got this one.
They're usually called two-stroke exhaust pipe repair kits.
So basically, it's a clamp and a plate and it's in a plug, and it seals off the pipe totally, so no air can get in and out.
Yep.
And then you've got a air fitting there. How many psi do you have to put?
Usually 40.
That's the air fitting right there. So 40 psi. And then,
Yep.
yeah. Once you hook it all up, now will this work on a 4-stroke too, or no?
I haven't done it on a 4-stroke. I think it will.
Yep.
It might be a little bit harder, but I think it will work on a 4-stroke also.
Okay. So yeah, the main thing is the first thing is you take the pipe off the bike, and then set up the jig, right?
Yep.
And then what do you do?
And so then you fill it up with 40 psi, and then at that point you're ready to start heating up the pipe. With this pipe, what we're gonna want to do before we start putting heat to it is sand the paint off around the areas that you are heating it up.
What does that do?
Well, the paint will catch on fire if you don't.
Oh wow, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, it's a precaution.
Yep. So
Safety first.
yeah, so we're gonna have to sand out right here, all around here, and we want to try getting these out too. So yeah, that's the next step is sanding, and then we can start applying the heat.
The beauty of this kit is a pipe like this will set you back $200-300, and some of them are discontinued on the vintage bikes. You can't even get them, so you can salvage a pipe that's unobtainium and irreplaceable. And you also, even if it's one that you can buy a new one, this kit, I think the kit cost us
Oh, it's under $100.
under $100, and we've used it dozens of times. So you can salvage each time you salvage a pipe. It's a $200 windfall, really, maybe more. And their parts are difficult to get. So let's see how this comes out. You got a big dent there, little dents there.
Yeah, the areas I'm worried about is right here on the crease.
Yep.
Now these dents, they might not come out completely. You'll probably still be able to see a tiny bit, but it'll be way better than what it is right now.
Which bike is that for?
That's for that green KX250 at the end of the lineup right
For the green KX250 over there? Okay. All right. Excellent. So what's the next step?
Well, we're gonna sand it down right now, and then after that, we're gonna heat it up.
All right, excellent. What's the total time investment once you get the hang of it to do one of these?
It can vary from pipe to pipe. I mean, sometimes a pipe will pop out wicked easy. Sometimes a pipe will take quite a bit to get it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one might be like an hour just because it's got several dents. And
Yeah.
So an hour's labor versus $200. Hey, that ain't bad, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty good.
Unless you're an attorney, you're probably making less than $200 an hour, or a doctor, or a drug dealer, or any other of those professions. But according to the wizard, the strippies make $200 an hour. Anyways, I digress. Back to the pipe. In order to expedite it, Kyle's breaking out the. What are you using there?
Just a Milwaukee drill with a piece of sandpaper that's velcroed to this pad.
80 grit.
Yep.
Perfect.
Gotta
You
get
can
that.
really see the dent now.
Yep. That's good enough for that spot.
Yep, you see we got all the paint off that surface.
Yeah, it's alright if there's a little bit of paint. That's not a big deal, but you just want to get the majority.
Yeah, just a clean surface, and like Kyle said, just so the paint won't literally light on fire. nice.
See how much air it's got still. Drop down.
How much you got, Kyle?
It said only 20.
20, so we need to go back up to 40.
Yeah.
That was definitely Captain America.
Alright. Now we can begin.
Kyle's bringing out the big dogs here. Just for ease of just making this easier on ourselves, we're going to use some math gas in lieu of trying to use a big torch or big welder. Just because this is a little easier for us, and math gas is also very hot. It burns much hotter than propane does. So we're going to just see if a little bit of math gas can, in the combination with the compressed air, get this to pop out. You can see Kyle right now is just trying to get the whole area hot. That's part of the procedure. Instead of just trying to get one little tiny spot hot, it's pretty much getting that whole dent as hot as you can get it. Not cherry red, but as pretty much hot as you can possibly get it without it being, trying to possibly damage it or anything like that. Oops, still got a little bit of paint there, I guess.
It'll get maybe a little bit.
Yeah, little light red is pretty much what you want. Looks like it's already starting to come out a little bit on the top seam.
Yeah, right here.
Yep. It's hard to tell on the camera, but it is slowly coming back.
I mean, metal wants to go back to the original spot anyways.
Yep, exactly. Oh, looks like it's starting to come out a little bit, Kyle. It's hard to see the depth of this, but it is slowly coming out. It's too bad this bike's gonna be an OEM look, because it'd be nice if we just left it all natural like this and just heated up the welds.
Yeah.
That would look really cool. Yeah, a little bit. It's coming back. That's a big dent too, and the bigger dents and the deeper dents like this, they definitely do take time. Being more indented like this, that's definitely gonna take more time than say like the little dent underneath. That little dent's gonna probably come back much faster than that big dent since it's covered so much surface area.
Yeah, look at that, we're down here.
Yep. Yep. It's already starting to kind of come back.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to check the PSI.
Yep, check air. Air does bleed out a little bit, just because of the whole rubber gasket system and being the fact that the air is trying to escape right now, it may bleed down.
No, it's at 42.
Right at 42? Oh, look at that. You can see not much of a dent there anymore, really. Still got a little bit of indentation, so probably another 10 minutes or so, and then that thing will be good.
Yeah, man.
It likes to be stood straight up, I think, when you're initially
Smell it, Jesus Christ.
There you go. That tank starts getting low. I got a new one behind you too. Feeling the heat.
Yeah, this thing's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad piece right there. Oh, okay.
Alright guys, a little update here. Didn't want to just keep doing the same thing and bore you to death, but so Kyle's pretty much got that dent popped out almost all the way.
You see there's still a little bit, which I'm going to come back to and try to work on, but I want to work on this bigger dent over here.
Yeah, just gonna move on to the bigger pieces and save that for later. I mean, overall, for being a big, huge indentation like that, it's pretty good to get the majority of it out of it like that in the first try.
I mean, when your pipe's dented this bad, you lose a shit ton of power.
Yes. Yep. So then, after Kyle goes from that spot, got those holes, then we're gonna move on to these ones down here. Those little dents. Those ones are gonna be pretty easy. Those are gonna pop out maybe in a couple of minutes. And then down there at the bottom of the pipe, got that little one to work with. And then once those are all squared away, we're gonna go back to that and hit that with some more map gas, maybe a little hotter too with a new tank, and see if we can just heat up the whole outside area. And then go right back to that spot right there, dead center. And then hopefully we'll be looking good and we can get this thing set up and get it painted, make it look OEM again, that matte black heat paint that we use, and just keep making progress on it. It's definitely not an easy or quick thing to do, but again, like I mentioned earlier, on OEM stock looking kind of bike builds that we're doing, this is kind of key.
Definitely worth it.
It is definitely worth it, and versus spending $250 to buy an FMF,
Yeah.
you know, that's $250, and again, you're taking away from that OEM look. This is an original exhaust pipe from 1990, so.
I mean, especially too, like, if you just went out and bought an FMF in your first ride, you bang it up, this, obviously you don't want to go buy another one. So this is definitely the way to go. Although I will say it does distort the finish if it's a natural pipe or a plated pipe. It will distort the finish. You will see coloring from the heat.
Yeah, that's another thing we haven't really touched on. A lot of the time we do this to stock pipes, which usually have a high temp black paint on them, either from the factory or if they've been repainted. It's usually what they are. And underneath that, it's just a raw natural steel. Now, sometimes instead of redoing them in the black high temp how they come factory, we will either strip them completely and heat up the plate, heat up the pipe.
Yeah, we'll follow the welds.
And we'll follow the welds, kind of make it look like a factory
like
replica.
this right here. If you can zoom in.
Something similar to like what the race team does.
You can zoom in right there. That's what.
Yeah, just bluing the welds, making it look a little cooler. But something like this being just a steel and being a stock steel pipe that has paint on it, we can do this too. However, if it's a plated pipe and it's got nickel plating on it, you will definitely distort the nickel plating.
Yeah.
For example, this FMF behind me here
Yeah,
on
if
this,
you were to do it on
this
this,
YZ250.
it'd be all blued and
You know, it's got a little scratch right there, but if, you know, say it's had a dent somewhere and we were going to try to do that, you would totally distort the chrome. It would blue out, it would change colors, and kind of take away from the overall visuals. So we do that on chrome pipes, but it's more of a only a real last ditch effort, and if the dent is really an issue. Otherwise, little dents like that on the chrome pipes, we just don't really deal with. We just decide to pass it on. Just 'cause it will look worse trying to pop the dent out than trying to fix the dent.
So Kyle is now obviously heating the pipe. How's it going, Kyle?
pretty good. If you look over here, we got that dent quite a bit.
It's looking much better, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I said, it might not.
It's 90% out, you know.
I don't think it'd become perfect because that's a really good, pretty bad crease there.
Yep.
It's really hard to get out. If you look over here too, we got that dent quite a bit out. If you look, it was pretty much the size of the bare aluminum that you're seeing.
And always make sure there's no flammable objects near you in the shop. Like don't do this near a can of gas, and always wear your safety goggles for sure. If you're wondering what this is a frame-off restoration on a YZ250. One of the nicest ones we've had through the shop yet. It's going to be absolutely stunning, so stay tuned for this one. While we're waiting for Kyle to finish the pipe repair, this is Big Black. Big Black's brother, Big Red. I got the Big Black KLR 650 and the Big Red Honda XR60, so we call this one Big Red. This is 650L, very similar bike to Scott Summers winning the Grand National Cross Country Championships with, and it's got some really tasty mods on it. It's got the super bright LED headlight, Renthal handlebars. I put the red, white, and blue Pro Taper crossbar pad on there because it's got the American flag on there, but Pro Grip 801s, bar risers, those are twin wall bars. It's got the XR 650R rear tail light and fender, FMF power core exhaust, along with the FMF power jet tuning kit and the adjustable air screw. See that little, this is number 3 on there. So you can adjust your air fuel screw on the run depending on altitude, and also upgraded to the IMS pegs. Having a blast on this thing. It's been a hoot to ride, a real wheelie machine. But yeah, some cool projects going on in the shop, and Kyle's kicking butt on the pipe repair.
James found me a better torch.
Yeah, a little hotter map gas and a little better of a torch tip, and you can tell it's definitely getting hotter.
Yeah, look how much that's come out. It's only this right now.
So we just changed from which map is this one?
Turbo Tech Map Pro. And a different tip.
We changed to a different tip that gives a hotter flame.
Yeah.
This is a Map Pro in a TS4000 benzomatic, so the heat range can impact your ability to remove the dents also.
Yeah,
That bigger tip is key too. Puts out a bigger flame.
Heats it up real nice. And then the 40 PSI air that's been pumped into here, just with an air pump, 40 PSI, that's pushing out 40 pounds per inch.
Well, what's nice too is as you heat it up, the pressure slowly increases. So that's why they say only put it at 40 psi.
Yep. So you don't want to blow the seam apart.
Yeah.
I just checked it was actually at almost 50 pounds, so the most went up almost 10 pounds.
Yeah, so they just tested it, went up 20% because of the heat. Kyle just pointed out, you know, obviously they're going to sand and paint the whole pipe when it's done, so it'll be pretty much dent-free from a mechanical perspective. The bike will be 100% as good as it was originally. Cosmetically, it'll be on a scale of 1 to 10, it'll be a solid 9. So clearly a great investment tool that'll last you a lifetime if you take care of it, and you can repair hundreds of pipes. So it pays for itself really with the first pipe you repair. You could actually start a little side business doing this too. If you have friends at the track and you showed up at the track, two-stroke racers very frequently bash their pipes in. I suppose this would work for some 4-stroke pipes, but the fittings might be different size.
Yeah, that's one of the big things is making sure the fittings have a good seal. Because if it just leaks out air pressure, then it's pointless. It's never going to do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of modern 4-strokes are titanium too.
Yep.
So only do that with the stainless or aluminum.
So Ron, you gonna be a pipe repair pro now?
One day, learning right now.
Learning? You getting figuring it out?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So Kyle's been teaching the guys down here how to do this today. That's what this is about. And hopefully you guys at home, comment if you ever tried this or if you have any suggestions how to do it better. Let us know. We're always ears for recommendations and tips if you have a better way to do it. This is the best way we figured out. We tried the old freezer in the water in the freezer technique and had too many pipes split doing that.
I've had the same issue. I put one in a freezer, in like a big, like gigantic freezer, and it blew the seam, just popped the seam.
Yep.
I think this is the best method that I've done.
Amen.
So,
Quick
just to check up on that, looks like dent is pretty much gone. Little bit of something left, but I mean, compared to what it was, it's pretty much non-existent. I mean, the whole area, the whole outer circle was pretty much a dent.
Yeah.
For the most part.
These dents actually might not pop out as well because that's pretty bad grease right there.
Yes. Just because that's a deep dent, that one may be tricky to come out. Sure, it's kind of got some depth to it, so we'll see though. I think next we're going to move on to some of these little lighter dents. Stuff like this, these little light indentations, that's from getting roosted over the years, and that stuff will definitely just come right out. That's going to be a minute to two kind of process for this whole area right there. And then from there we can move back onto our initial area, which if we had this other torch and other tank, if I was thinking, it probably would have helped it a lot. Probably wouldn't even have that there right now. So, like I said, trial and error. What do you think, Kyle? Taking some shape?
A little bit. I don't think these bottom ones are really gonna come out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to check the air pressure again.
Yep, should probably do that.
It's on a scale of 1 to 10. 95% of the dent is removed. It's still got a couple dings on it, but with a brand new flat black paint job, you won't really even hardly notice it because well, it's 95% gone. So without spending a fortune, just a half hour of your time. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and God bless America.